right. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Welcome
guys.
back. And hello to camera. We are now filming, actually, live from the studio.
Live on YouTube, in the studio. Just got here.
Just pulled up, ready to go.
So far away.
Oh my gosh. So, I hope you guys are watching on video format. This is fun. This is new.
If you're not, what are you doing? Go subscribe to our
open
YouTube.
your YouTube and get to it.
I don't know why it's making me a bit nervous. I don't something about holding a microphone and having a camera on you simultaneously. It's making me nervous right now.
It's a lot of work.
I just have to pretend like the camera's not there.
Yeah. Like, don't even look.
I know. I'm like, sorry, who is she?
Just don't even look over there. Keep your eyes on me.
I know. Just gonna, like, this is actually making me nervous. Okay,
oh
anyways.
Gosh, not as stressed out.
Stress it out.
Well, this is our third episode. How exciting. 3 down. Let's go.
I know. Time is actually flying by. The fact that it's already I feel like we were anticipating this for so long, but the fact that it's already our third episode is insane.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's really fun.
Almost a month.
Yeah, okay.
Almost our anniversary.
Our anniversary, not our
monthly
month-anniversary.
Month-anniversary.
Month-anniversary, it's a big one. It's
important. Yeah. So we actually drove out for a little bit before starting this episode to get a little beverage. We have them back here. So my beverage of the day is an iced strawberry matcha with oat milk, of course.
And mine is a iced chai tea latte with oat milk as well.
And they have cute little blue straws.
Very spring.
If you want to see them, go watch the video.
We cannot start without a drink.
Mm-mm.
I think we've said that. Oh, yes. Cheers. Why not?
It's episode 3. That's cute.
I love it. Let's do it.
Cute. Oh, we should start every episode like that. That's cute.
Guys, I'm dressed super basic today. This is my go-to outfit. Yes, I'm inside. And if you couldn't tell by the windows, it is warm out. And I'm in a leather jacket. So I think Michaela thinks I'm crazy.
No, I swear this girl doesn't know how to dress for the seasons, because one time it was -10, I swear to God. Yep, I'm going to bring this up. She came out wearing a full-blown skirt.
I don't know what was in the water that day.
No, I looked you up and down and I'm like, you decided to put this on today? Don't get me wrong. Really cute outfit.
I just wanted to keep picture, okay? I literally just wanted to keep picture. I don't know. I think it was because I had just shaved my legs like the day before. So I was like, we gotta like wear them out. You know?
Like I gotta free the legs.
I have to take advantage of this. It doesn't happen that often in the winter. So I was like, the skirt is coming out tomorrow.
You had to show off the chauven legs.
The chauven. Chauven. I don't even think that's a word. The chauven legs is hilarious.
What is it? The shaven legs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I like chauven though. That was a good one.
If I'm honest, I was gonna say shaven at first, but I was like, no, it's definitely chauven.
Chauven. Iconic. Chauven. But yeah, that was funny. It was also actually freezing. Like, I remember my nose being frozen when I got in the car after. It was really cold.
Yeah. That was actually pretty funny.
No, we walked into a cafe and I swear everyone looked at me like, what is wrong with this girl?
Yeah, and I would
wear your pants.
I was full blown wearing a toque that day.
You were like toque and sweats and I was like skirt, and
we were complete opposite vibes. You were dressing for the summer. I was dressed, at least I was dressing for the right seasons, okay?
Yeah, true. We were in different seasons. We were on different waves that day.
Your mind was somewhere else.
That's so funny that you brought that up. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a weird one moment.
Oh, that lives rent free in my head, girl.
Rent free.
You're wearing a basic outfit. Look at my outfit. Blue jeans and long gray shirt.
It's a basic outfit day today.
It really is. I mean, we had to start off, the video with just basic outfits. We couldn't be too extravagant, but I'm excited to get a little cute for the episodes.
Me too. Have fun.
Something to look forward to, kind of like get ready for.
Yeah.
Not that I'm gonna maybe, actually put effort into every week.
No guarantee. Yeah. No guarantee I'm wearing nice clothes every time and not a sweatsuit.
Yeah.
It depends though. I feel like if it's like midday, I'll always be wearing a normal outfit. But if it's like evening, the sweatsuit is coming out to play.
She's going out. It's really going to depend on the day, the
100%.
Season, the weather, everything.
Oh, the weather.
The weather is shining today. If you can't see from the video, it is so beautiful. When we went to go get our beverage, I stepped outside because I haven't stepped outside yet today. And I'm like, wow.
Instantly sweating.
It's hot, which I was so surprised about. It's so nice. Like, we could have even worn skirts today because it's that hot.
And you wouldn't have judged me if I pulled up in a skirt today. It would have been appropriate.
It would have been. So how has your week been going? What's new?
It's been good. My week's been pretty chill so far. Had a bit of work to do. I've been a bit productive. got some of my taxes stuff done like we talked last episode.
That.
So that was good. Always feels nice. Went to the dentist yesterday. I got some fillings done.
Scary.
Yeah, it was funny because I wasn't even nervous. I just was what I was nervous about was that I took like a sedative before, so it may stop.
Why when you say sedative I instantly think of like a dog or something,
like tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Like I'm like knocked out. No. Yeah, it just like made me a little bit drowsy and more relaxed, which I think I was more anxious about what that was going to do to my body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're more nervous for that than the actual
And
procedure.
I took it like before I left for the dentist, so I'm like, oh, this is going to like kick in while I'm on the way there. It just kind of freaked me out, that thought of like, I'm going to be drowsy and I'm not even there yet.
That's kind of scary, honestly.
Yeah, it was fine. Like it made me just feel relaxed, but you know what it made me feel like is like I was drunk and like people needed to take care of me, and really? I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. That's why I just don't like other people to have to like baby me, you know.
I know what you mean. You like to be responsible.
Unless I'm like sick and it's like my mom, I'm like, please baby me, like wrap me up in a blanket.
Wait,
bring me
one
food,
exception.
That's the only exception. But no, when I was there and they're like, okay, like you doing okay, you want a blanket, like I mean it's sweet, but in my head I'm like, it just makes me feel like I'm incapable, and that I just don't like that feeling.
They're kind of like treating you like a kid almost.
Yeah, and I was like, weird. I'm like, just do my teeth and I gotta get out of here. But
yeah, that is weird.
This week's been productive so far. It's been good. Yeah.
That's
How about you?
This week's been super busy. Oh my gosh, guys, this is like the biggest relief to get off of my chest. But I have 90% of my taxes done.
Ooh, okay. That's a good number.
Yes, I have been working. I swear I've already worked over 16 hours on them. I worked all day Monday on them, mostly all day yesterday, and I just have a little bit more to do. So the stress that has taken off me is just amazing. I feel so much better already.
That's so good.
And it just like sucks that this month is already super busy for me with work and everything, and then you just have taxes mixed in with the equation. But that's all my fault though, because I literally could have done my taxes months ago. You could do them in January, but I always leave stuff for the last second because I'm a procrastinator, especially when it comes to things that I don't want to do. And I find that honestly I work best under pressure when it comes to things like this because I have to get it done. So there's no other option for me but to do them. So that's what got me through doing them. Huge relief. I just have to go drop them off. Probably gonna try to do it sometime this week. So
I feel the same about working better under pressure, right? Even though I hate that I procrastinate and I'm like, why am I doing this? But then you get it done. You're like, okay, well, I mean, I did it. I could have done it earlier, but I did do it.
I know, right?
It's like, why do I just cause myself that stress? Like I really don't need to.
As long as you get it done by the deadline, it's
done. It's good.
It's fine. It's good, but it does add that extra, stress because you're always thinking about it.
Yep.
Until the day that it's done, which sucks, which is the advantage of getting stuff done early, is that it's just a weight lifted off your shoulders so you don't need to be stressing about it for months.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wish I was
maybe
like
next
that.
year.
Yeah. You know what? There's all, you can always get better.
Yes, we're practicing, we're learning.
Yes. But other than that, my week has been good, super busy so far. I do have some exciting news. I was waiting till we started recording to tell you.
Oh my gosh, okay. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Joel and I are adopting 2 little baby kittens.
Oh my god, no you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
When did you guys decide that?
On the weekend. So we went to go see them.
Why 2?
Because we just thought, okay, people always say that it's easier having
I have heard that, yeah.
2 cats than
and
one.
And if you're not home, sometimes it's better to have 2.
Exactly.
I've heard that.
We would feel way too guilty having just one kitten. Not that we're home all the time, okay?
Yeah, like you guys are home quite often,
but when we do leave the house, we definitely want them, to have a friend. And also during the day too, I feel like a kitten's bond with each other, or cats bond, when they bond, it's just so cute. And I don't know, we've just always envisioned ourselves not only getting one but getting them as a pair. And so we're so excited. They're so cute. I have photos of them.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. But we can't take them home for another 2 weeks and 2 days.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're so excited because we've been thinking about getting kittens for a while now, and we were just kind of waiting till the time was right, but it just happened, and we just had to really decide on it. And yeah, so it's happening, guys. Stay tuned for the YouTube video.
Oh my gosh. What kind of cats are they?
One of them is a British short hair, and then the other one is a Scottish fold. I don't know if you know what those look like.
I can envision, but it might not be exactly what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I can like imagine them.
Yeah.
I only know like 4 kinds of cats. Like I don't know nothing about cats. I'm like, there's like an orange one, there's black ones, there's
orange, black.
There's cute ones that are, I think the ones that you're talking about, I know what they look like. I don't know how to describe it, but they're cute.
Mm-hmm. They're so cute. We can't wait. So that's really exciting, and it's something to look forward to kind of for the end of this treacherous, busy month.
Yeah. No, that's so exciting. That's so fun.
So that's the most new and poppin' thing in my life right now, and yeah, we're just so excited.
Oh, that's fun. I don't think I've ever been around like a kitten.
I was gonna say, do you like cats?
No.
Oh,
but like not that I don't like them. I've never really spent much time around them.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of just like scare me. Because all the ones that not all, that's a lie. I have a couple friends that have had cats and I do like them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're cute, they're sweet. I just don't feel that like that bonds with them because I've never had a cat. Mm-hmm. So they're animals. They're cute. Mm-hmm. I love all animals. Like
I know what you mean.
And I feel like knowing like your kittens from when they're kittens to getting older, like instead of just meeting a cat when they're already old, I feel like they've already developed their personality and everything. That I think that'll be super fun. That's so cute. Do you have name ideas so far?
Yes, I do, but I'm not going to share them.
Okay.
That's like exclusive.
This is top secret.
Exclusive information.
Exclusive. You have to subscribe to another account for that.
You have to pay $5.99 a month if you want to hear my cat name. So
they're like, okay, I'm good. Thanks, though.
I don't care that much.
So in the last couple of weeks, there was this trend on TikTok about how, social media is fake and what people are going through that you might not know just from following them on social media because they don't talk about these things. But I thought it was really interesting and it made me think a lot. And I thought this would be a good topic to talk about because social media plays like such a huge part in our lives these days in this generation and us like doing content. So I feel like there's a lot to talk about. Lots of alleys, different things, pros of it, cons of it, our experiences with it. So we wanted to talk about that a bit this episode because there's definitely lots to talk about when it comes to social media.
And it's been popping recently, like the picture swipe trend on TikTok. I've seen so many of those videos, and honestly, I really like them. It brings me a lot of peace knowing that you're not the only one who has stuff going on behind the scenes that you don't really show. Yeah. But yeah, so we are really excited to talk about this and kind of dive deeper into it. So what are your kind of whole thoughts like on social media in general, like your experience with it? We want to hear.
We are dying to know.
We are dying to know.
Well, I actually love social media. I spend too much time on my phone and it's like 90% of the time I'm scrolling through TikTok. It's a disease.
Yeah,
and I must get well soon because oh my god, it'll take me out. But no, I do love social media. I do think there are so many pros and cons of it. And one thing I will say is I feel like you should not be allowed this day and age to have social media until you're like, I would say like 16 minimum.
Totally agree.
It's just, it's so, kids don't even have their weird, like cringy
quirks anymore.
No, they don't. They don't because they're on social media at 9 or 10 years old or whatever, and they're already seeing trends and they already want to follow them. So they don't even, get like, how we went through like, oh my god, our stage, it was like infinity signs and like galaxy colored pants.
If you took a look at my wardrobe when I was around that age,
mustaches, you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
No, guys, like that was our generation. The green coat. The green coat. The green coat.
No, don't bring back those pictures,
like,
please.
Wait, what kind of boots were they called?
Oh my god, I know what combat boots.
Combat. I was gonna say cowboy, and that's not it.
Yeah, no, cowboy boots are
combat boots. It'd be like combat boots, like Aztec leggings, and like
my
the green
god,
coat.
Those scarves. What are they called?
Infinity scarves.
Scarves, girl. Oh my gosh, I owned a few of those. Let's just say that.
Yep, like we got to go through it. We did. We went through it. We had our ugly phases where you'd like wear makeup and it just looks so bad because you're like just learning how to do it. Like in eyeshadow. Yeah, I just said in eyeshadow.
In the eyeshadow.
In grade 6, I wore pink eyeshadow sometimes.
Love it.
Who let me do that? I mean, my mom clearly.
Your mother?
Like, you go, girl.
We're blaming that on her.
Yeah, mom. That one's on you. Yeah, she also let me get pink streaks in my hair when I was literally 9. So I actually will blame it on her. She said, "You do you, girl." But
that's so fun.
Yeah, it's just wild. Kids just don't get to experience the like cringy awkward phase, I feel like.
No.
And then if they do, I feel like they're made fun of it because other people aren't, because of social media.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And social media is the catalyst to all of that.
It's really weird. Like, I feel like there's a huge difference and a gap in between the year we were born, 2000, and then people born in like, I don't know, 2005 and then onward.
Yep.
There's a huge difference because we were playing actually outside in the backyard with grass. I was making potions
Yep.
with literal weeds, and I was that kid that was always outside on the trampoline. I was making fun little videos on my little digital camera that was never connected to the internet.
Did you have Video Star?
Of course I had Video Star. Are you kidding me? The music videos I made on there, I should be famous for that by now. Like,
it ruled
my
life at that point in time.
Are you kidding? I would pay my younger sister Madison, or I would offer to pay her like 25 cents to film me and be in a video with me, because I'm like, it was our entertainment. It was just
it was so much fun.
But
it wasn't because anyone else was going to see it, or we weren't posting it to go viral. It was literally just for us.
I was just going to say, yeah, and we weren't consuming any content either.
No.
We were just doing it for fun, like recording videos literally outside. And it's honestly pretty sad to see the impact social media is having on little kids now.
Like, I would watch YouTube sometimes, but when I would watch YouTube at that, obviously, like, as we got older, we started watching more things, but in like the age we're talking about, where it's like 10 to 12, it would be like world's biggest item or whatever on YouTube, where you search up like hottest place in the world and they show you, like, it'd be like stupid videos like that you'd see, and then a few years later you'd watch like Bethany Moda
God,
Lord DIY and things like, you know what I mean,
like the back to school videos. The OGs.
But it's like those, you weren't like comparing yourselves yet to any of that kind of stuff.
No,
you know what I mean?
Honestly, I think that was the start.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you think about it, that was the very initial start of social media and comparison and all that.
Oh yeah,
that was the start, which is crazy.
And like, it really was not bad like it was, or it is today.
No,
it's weird too, having like, my cousin she's 13, and just seeing how she's grown, I'm like, why have you not been in a weird awkward phase like at all?
Because of TikTok.
Legitimately. Like, not calling her out because she's adorable, but like, she posts like, I don't want to say thirst traps, but like pictures of her like singing on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, I literally will still do stuff like that. Like, I'm like, you're 13. That's crazy.
That's insane.
No, it is. And like, just like the things like she wants to wear and like does, that I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy, because like, these are things that's like trending online. And you're literally so young to be consuming that. It's just crazy. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, and I feel like it also puts like parents in a really awkward, position too. Because I was even thinking, like, I was talking to Joel about this, and I was like, you know what? We have to talk about in the future, like, how we're going to raise our kids, what the boundaries are going to be with social media. Yeah. Because that's a really important thing, and that's going to really affect your kid's life in the long run.
Yeah, and you don't know how it's going to be in like 5-10 years, right?
Exactly. And I feel like it's really important not to restrict like your kids from absolutely everything, but instead set some healthy boundaries. And I feel like that can also really leave the parents wondering, oh no, am I doing too much? Am I doing too little? Because now my child's going to be mad at me if I don't let them go on TikTok and all their friends are on TikTok. So I feel like that just can lead into so many things that I feel like it can make parenting really hard nowadays too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine what that's like.
Yeah, I mean, good thing we don't have to imagine yet, but
no.
the only babies I'm having in my near future
are kittens.
So.
Yeah, that's as far as we're going. As far as we're going for now.
Okay, so to kind of analyze, social media a little bit further, we wanted to say some pros and cons that maybe we've experienced or, we've seen. So let's start with the pros. So one of the pros for me is it's my career.
Straight up. She gets paid from it, so clearly we're gonna like that.
Yeah, I mean, you really, at the end of the day, you can't complain about that. Another pro is that it can connect you with so many people. I feel like us even knowing each other, social media plays a big part in that, because we really relate on that topic about content creation and stuff, because we both love doing it.
Yes. Yeah, good way to keep in touch with people as well. Like, I feel like exactly. I would not, people that you've been friends with in the past or whatever, that you wouldn't, if you didn't see their page pop up so often, like you wouldn't maybe think of them and then want to reach out. Like, I don't know. It obviously keeps you connected to people, and you can see, you know, if I didn't see you for 6 months, I could see you posting, and I would still feel connected to you in a way that I know what's kind of going on.
That's so true, right? With even like friends and family and people who live further.
Yeah. That's
actually so true. That's a big part of it.
You're like, holy shit, that is so true.
That's how social media started. Like, if you think about Instagram.
This is why it started, is to be connected with other people and just see.
I mean, Facebook used to be the biggest platform.
Yeah.
And that was...
You post your statuses.
I was just going to say... That was strictly to connect you with like friends and family. So that's how it originally started. I feel like influencers were not always a thing. They just became a thing because of social media, like eventually. But yeah, so it's good to stay connected and also like meet new people that, you know, have the same interests as you. You can also draw inspiration from, you know, social media, photos, videos, get motivated.
Yes,
I watch a lot of like vloggers, and they motivate me, you know, to do stuff.
True. Honestly, that's a strong point, because if I wasn't seeing people do things online, which does have to deal with like comparison, which is a negative thing, but if I wasn't seeing people do their morning routines and stuff, like I probably wouldn't feel as motivated to do it, because I'm not seeing that other people are doing it.
Exactly. You know? Social media has a big influence in a positive light and also in a negative light, but that is part of the positive light, is that, you know, it can motivate you to do stuff and also learn.
Yes. Learn.
Do you remember on TikTok? It disappeared for me. I don't know if people still have it, but at one point on TikTok, they had a whole dedicated section, and I'm pretty sure it was called Learn. Maybe I'm mixing up like the word. I think it said learn or tips or education or something along.
I know what you mean. Like, this is a while back.
Yeah, it was a while back, and then it was only a thing for maybe a year or even less than that, and then TikTok got rid of it, which is interesting. I do remember
that, actually. It's like you unlocked a memory a little bit with that.
Yeah, it was like at the top next to your
yes
For You page, right?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about now that you said that.
Yeah, and if I'm honest, I used to love scrolling on there because I used to actually learn some cool stuff. Yeah. And then when they took it away, I was kind of sad. But I've personally had to set some, you know, boundaries with social media myself, with putting my screen time, you know, on it. It'll lock me out, because, dude, you start scrolling on TikTok, 45 minutes will flash by, and you'll think it's like 2. And it's actually...
No, it makes time go by so fast. It's scary.
Yeah, and it also really lowers your attention span.
Oh my God, mine is gone.
Did I say spam?
I did. It's span, but that's okay.
Sorry. It's not spam. The spam ham.
Not the spam ham.
Not the spam ham. I'm envisioning.
No, it does though. Ham. It does. People with ADHD, like, that does not help. Well, you get instant gratification so fast from something that you instantly onto the next. That it's hard to focus on it, because there's something new every 5 seconds, and you can just like, of course. You're not going to focus on things for long, when normally, you know, on your phone, you can scroll to the next thing. You're done with it, okay, on to the next.
It's actually so bad for our brains, like that instant gratification and instant dopamine. Because people nowadays, they can't even sit through like an hour and a half movie or a 30-minute YouTube video without having to pull out their phones and do something else, like fidget with their hands and look at something else.
No, I do struggle with that sometimes, and I'm like, oh God, this is so bad.
It's so bad.
Like, girl, just sit and watch the show. I'm already watching TV on a screen. Why am I pulling out my phone? Sometimes I feel like I struggle with that, like having the attention span sometimes, because I have things pop into my head all the time, and it's like I have to act on that right now, or I'm gonna forget. So if I'm sitting and watching a show or a movie, and all of a sudden I remember, oh, I have to text this person about this, I'll be like, oh shoot, I gotta do that right now, because I'm like, I might not remember this in an hour when it's over. So like, that does happen to me, and I'm like, it's my attention span and like needing to be on to the next thing like really quick, or that I won't remember it again later, so I have to do it right now. So I feel like that's my issue, and I feel like TikTok definitely has made it worse, for sure.
Yeah, honestly, TikTok is like a drug.
Yeah.
Especially to younger kids and stuff. The new generation, you know, I feel like they're the worst with, you know, their addiction.
I've like gone in vacation with my cousins before, and they had a phase where they were like, oh my God, like their I swear their eyes were never looking up. Like, it was tough because I'm like, hello, like, I'm here. Like, I love my cousins and, like, I love hanging out with them, but I could totally see that they're just hyper fixated on it 24/7, always needing to be updated. They're getting a message, they're getting a text, but it's from all their friends because everybody's on their phone at the same time. Like, it was just crazy. Like, my auntie would always be like, put your freaking phones down.
Yeah.
Like, please. We were literally, like in Mexico, and they're like, can you put your phones down? We're on a trip right now.
Live your life.
Right?
Do you know what your average screen time is?
Oh, we should check ours for right now.
Yeah, we should.
Let's see.
Okay.
I know mine is like not too bad right now, but it used to be worse. It depends on how much I'm working. If I'm working lots, it's not as bad.
My screen time is not actually accurate because it's connected with my my computer.
Oh, yeah.
So all the time I spend on my computer ties, like they're all like my phone, computer, all the screen time is tied into one.
Oh, interesting.
So it's going to be way more than just me on my phone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's still screen time.
I guess so, but that's working though. Time. I guess so. Okay, yeah. My screen time today is already 8 hours.
Holy
But that's because I was on my computer working all morning.
Yeah. Mine right now, my daily average is 4.5 hours, which is 19% down from last week. But I remember mine used to be like 6 to 8 hours, like every day.
Damn.
That's literally just scrolling through my phone.
Okay, that's crazy.
If I am sick at home, my screen time is like almost 7 hours because I'm probably on my phone all day if I have nothing else to do.
I just realized you can go and see the individual apps, how much time you spend on them.
That's true.
So I'm gonna go see now.
I literally put a limit on my TikTok and Instagram of 3 hours a day, like combined.
Okay, that's okay.
But I always get laughed at because it pops up. I'm like, I'm like 15 more minutes, 15 more minutes. And then I literally do every time. Why do I even have the limit? I never listen to it. I see it and I go, no, I'm still going to stay on my phone.
That's so
girl,
funny.
What's the point?
I'm pretty sure you could set it though so it actually locks you out. So maybe you should do that if you're really serious about it.
Okay, maybe I'm not that serious. And you can see how many times you've picked up your phone. Today already I've picked up my phone 97 times.
Wait, wow. Mine is 111, but again, that's across all devices. So every time I turn my computer on, etc. Okay, so my TikTok for today is 30 minutes. And that was probably at the gym.
Mine is 20 minutes so far.
Okay, that's good.
Let's not get into this too much because honestly, I'm just going to be like, I have a problem.
You know what? Everything else, my Instagram and stuff, under 3 minutes. So that's a slay.
Okay, she's quick.
I'm quick with it,
she's straight to business.
That's interesting.
It is really interesting.
I actually saw this TikTok. It was a pretty motivational TikTok. Made me tear up a bit.
Okay, she got emo.
I did. It was basically just a representation of what your life is going to look like if you spend every day scrolling. And it was basically a cartoon animation of this girl when she was younger and growing up when she was old, and every day she was spending hours and hours on her phone. And then when she was like just about to die, she was thinking back on her life, and that's basically all she could remember was scrolling on social media because she revolved her whole life around that. And basically the message of the whole video was get off your phone and go live.
Damn.
I know, it really hit me.
That hits home.
It hit me.
Hit you right in the face.
This is your sign, guys, to, lower your screen time. And when you're gonna consume content, I feel like it's really important to make sure that you tailor your feeds to good things that you actually are going to feel inspired by and are actually going to benefit you in a positive way, and clear out your subscriptions, clear out your Instagram followings and stuff, because I feel like that really does make a big difference as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Of who and what you're consuming.
Yeah.
I
feel like it contradicts in a way because let's just take Instagram for example. I really only follow people that I maybe look up to, or I think they're cool, or I like their content, or I'm friends with. So I feel like it's all things that I feel like is good to see. Like, I've pretty much unfollowed everyone that I used to know, or if I haven't talked to you in the last year, I probably unfollowed you. No one take that personal for real, because it's just I'm not involved with you. If you're not something that feels present in my life, I just don't really care to see it straight up. Maybe that sounds rude, but it's
what's the point though?
It's my phone. It's my For You page. I only want to see what I want to see.
It's so true though.
Right? The other day, I had a guy that I used to go to school with reply to my story, and I just kind of liked his message back, and he was like, you don't even follow me back.
What? And I'm he called you out?
Yeah, and I was like,
okay.
Why should I? Give me 5 reasons why I should.
He probably couldn't even name one.
Haven't talked to this dude in like 7 years, for real.
Okay, but
why would I follow you? I'm sorry, you're a guy. You don't post on Instagram. Why am I following you?
It's so true. Honestly, I have to like refine my following because I'm still like I've never really fully done this before.
I go through an unfollow spree like once a week.
I'm so serious.
I just am like, haven't talked to you in a while. You haven't posted in 2 years. Unfollowed. I'm just sorry.
You haven't posted in 2 years. Bye.
Yeah, it's not personal. It's not personal, and not being mean. Okay, I don't care.
It does make sense though.
It's not adding anything to my life, so like it's fine.
Yeah, and it is your page, so you can do.
And if you don't like seeing my page, it doesn't bring joy to your life, you can unfollow it. That's fine. You know, like I'm not taking it personal.
So another reason why refining your feed and your following is so important, because the whole idea of comparison, like you don't want to follow people that you're super jealous of, even though that really does stem from inner insecurities. If you're trying to work on something like that, you definitely want to, make sure that you're following the right people to help you along your journey. But comparison is a huge thing, especially because there's photo editing, people having full-blown photo shoots with lighting and hair and makeup and most importantly, editing done.
Yeah.
And there's even filters you can put on videos that alter your body, alter your face.
Yeah, that is just insane.
Yeah, and one point on TikTok, you can adjust. I'm not even kidding you, because I had the feature for a few weeks and then it went away because I guess TikTok was.
You could literally adjust like your eye size
and
stuff, right?
It
like
was
your nose.
It was so creepy. You could adjust your eyes. You could adjust your face slimness. You can adjust your like everything.
No,
your lips.
Way too much.
And I was actually so freaked out. I'm like, is this the future?
And it's so easily accessible. That's what's scary.
Yeah, and even like on YouTube too, you'd think that would be like the most raw platform, but not hating on anybody who uses a camera like this, because you got to do what you got to do and whatever you feel comfortable with. But there's multiple cameras that you can use, like full-blown digital cameras that have blurring filters on them, so that when you're recording a video, it makes your skin look absolutely perfect, but it's all just the camera editing your face, which is crazy, because I feel like that's not something you would really think of that you could get in a just like a camera, a digital camera,
Yeah.
So that's also something that you could see and be like, oh wow, that girl has such perfect skin, but you never know, she could be having the blur filter up 100.
Yeah. It freaks me out sometimes, because you know how on TikTok there's like the beauty filter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably 98% of people on TikTok are using it, and you don't know. And I've never used it myself, mainly because when I put it on myself, I literally watch my skin go blurred, and I'm like, I just don't like it. I'm just like, that's not me.
I feel like sometimes it warps your face too.
Yeah, I'm like, this does not look like me.
It's kind of creepy.
It's almost like when you turn it off and see texture, it almost like looks better. It makes me feel like the camera looks more crisp. You know what I mean?
100%. It makes the camera quality it makes it go down so much for some reason, and it makes it look a little off.
Yeah, and it's just so interesting because I'll be scrolling my page and I see this video and I'm like, oh my god, that girl's so pretty, and then she moves and I watch her face move
on blur,
like the effect glitches, and I'm like, oh my god, she's using the blurring effect. Which, and a lot of people, like Alex Earl, she has posted videos where she's like, you guys keep commenting on how my skin looks so good recently, and she's like, it's literally just the beauty filter, because she turns it off and then she's like, I don't actually look like that right now.
I just saw that.
So it's just interesting because she's like open about that and says that she literally uses it on all of her videos. So it's like all these people are using it. I literally watch the filter glitch on people, and it makes me realize how many people have that on 24/7. That's just so wild. It's just so wild to me.
What's even more wild is the fact that when you open TikTok, the beauty filter comes on automatically.
Yeah, like they want you to use it.
Oh, they honestly sometimes don't even give you a choice, because if you forget to turn it off,
it's just on.
You know how many times I've had an effect on my video that I didn't even know was there?
Yeah, no, it's really annoying.
Until after looking at the video, and I'm like, I didn't even know I had this on.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just automatically does it, and I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Because it almost wants you to look at yourself in the TikTok camera and like that version of yourself better, so that you go on TikTok more and film more videos. It's all psychological.
No, that adds up, actually.
It's scary.
Yeah.
With that being said, so much comparison goes on and can really affect, how kids are developing and what they think about themselves, because you look at somebody on social media and you're like, wow, they're so pretty, they have perfect skin, but like you said, Alex Earl exposing herself and taking the beauty filter off and being like, oh, like I actually have, acne scars and whatever. That's really important, And like she didn't have to do that, so it's really nice that she did, because she has such a big following. But it is important for people to be as authentic, you know, as you can be. And if you don't need to use a filter, don't, because what is the point?
That's also a thing for myself too, is that I make a point to not do it to myself, because then I will compare myself to myself, like the better looking version, in quotations, right? And then it just makes you feel like shit about yourself. So I'm just like, I don't want to use that, because then I will also compare myself, and I don't want to do that. And it sucks, like, because I'm still a victim of comparison online. I would never say that, oh no, I never compare myself to other people. I probably do it every single day, at least once.
Yeah, me too.
And it's really shitty. It sucks. And I know I shouldn't be doing it, but it's like, you can't help it. You literally cannot help it. Like, we're all insecure about things.
I know. And no matter how hard you try to work on it, it's kind of sometimes inevitable, especially when things are being thrown in your face 24/7. I was listening to, I don't know if it was a video or whatever, but this doctor, plastic surgeon, was saying people come to his office, open TikTok, open Snapchat, put the filter on, and say, how can you make me look more like this?
God, that is so messed up.
Is that what our society has come to?
Yes.
It's insane.
Yes.
It's funny because I've seen a couple videos of like girls filming with like a super HD camera and, you know, no makeup and showing their authentic selves. And in the comments, they're getting so much hate. Ew, like that's what your skin looks like, whatever. And it's like, no, that is the natural human body / skin. And the only reason why other girls don't look like that is probably because they're using some sort of effect.
It's like you can't have it either way, right?
No.
Like, it's like you either look too good and it's like, oh, you must have work done, or you must be using a filter or something, or like you don't look that good and they're like, oh, like you need to use a filter, like you don't look good, you're trying to be like natural, and they're like, no, you need whatever. Like, I just feel like you can't, with social media, you can't win sometimes.
No, it's so true. Even people that post, oh, this is how much money I made this month doing XYZ, that can all be fake. I actually came across a video, and the start of the video was like, how I make $30,000 a month doing this. And then it goes on to say, that was a complete lie. See? Don't believe everything you hear on social media.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Like, you could lie about anything, and then us as a viewer seeing that, it makes us feel insecure, and then it's just a snowball effect. Like, there's so many avenues of comparison that you can go down. Physical, mental, like lifestyle, whatever. It sucks.
It does. One of my favorite quotes about that is, comparison is the thief of joy. It's stealing your happiness, girl. Like, it's like no other. It's really not, it's doing nothing good for you.
No, it's really not.
And you can use it in a way of like motivation if you can use it in a positive way, but it's not easy. I've tried so hard to flip my mindset into seeing things as not jealousy, but motivation. And seeing people doing things, I'm like, wow, that is so cool. I can do that too. I feel like once you can kind of, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at that and I can always do that, but I do try my hardest to think that, because why would you want to sit there and be upset and make yourself feel like garbage about something when you can just turn it into motivation? And I'm making it sound like it's easy. It's not at all. But there's certain things where, you know, I see someone in a gorgeous apartment downtown in a nice place with like whatever. Their place looks so nice. They have like cool, expensive things. And I'm like, okay, I could sit here and be really jealous, but I also could be thinking, wow, that's so awesome. And I can do that too. You have to just think I can do that too, because you can.
It's so true.
It's so hard, but you can. Like, you can do it too. Like, oh my God.
I know. Apparently I've heard this quote, or this scientific fact, actually, I think the reason why you're jealous is because you know you could do it too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like, there's a whole backstory.
I love that.
It's so true. And if you could flip that little switch in your brain, instead of feeling, you know, resentment, jealousy, to feeling motivated,
it's a game changer. It is a game changer.
Clearly, since I'm jealous, I obviously want this for myself.
Yes.
So let's make it happen.
That's what jealousy is. It's the inside feeling of you wanting that. You know what I mean? If you're like, oh, I'm jealous because this girl and her boyfriend are so cute together. They have such a cute relationship. I'm so jealous. Ugh, I feel so jealous. It's like, it's just because you want that yourself. And like, that's literally just what jealousy is. It's just that it's literally in the word, you're jealous. You want that yourself. But you can have that. That's the part that you have to get through to yourself, is you can have that. And you will. You will have that. You just can't have the jealousy build up as such a negative thing inside and make you mad about it.
You know what? Because then it becomes a lack mindset,
yes,
which is the opposite of manifesting.
And it's pushing you away from that object rather than bringing you towards it.
Exactly. So that's
Not
actually
object,
that's actually a really bad vibration to be in.
Yep.
Is a lack mindset. Like if you want to manifest, let's say having a boyfriend or becoming rich or whatever it is, you can't be thinking to yourself, I'm so sad I'm single. Oh, I'm so sad I'm poor. Because what does that do? The universe is like, poor? All the universe hears is poor.
Oh, poor?
And sad. And what are they going to do? Oh, you
Give
want
me
more?
of that.
There's more poor and sad, baby.
Yep.
On a silver platter right there for you.
Yep.
So make sure that you guys are like aware of that, because jealousy can catapult all of that without you even knowing. It could be totally kind of subconscious too.
So I feel like it can go in a good way and a bad way as well.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, if you can turn that into, and it's just not easy. It's so much easier said than done, but
so what are some things that, you know, like we were just talking about that trend on TikTok of people being like, you know, my life looks perfect, but here are some things that I struggle with. Is there anything that you want to bring to the table?
That sounded so intense.
I didn't know.
What do you bring to the
what
table?
do you bring to the table? I didn't know how else to word that. Sorry, that literally came across like a game show.
It did. That was like,
that was
you really
intense.
set me up to like say something intense.
I'm in my interviewing era today, apparently. Yep. Give me both mics.
Mic's on.
I got you.
Yeah. No, I would say per the trend, we're kind of pointing out either like flaws they have in themselves or like things that they're really insecure or like things they battle with. And yeah, it's a hard subject to talk about for people, so I feel like that's really cool that people will share that. I wanted and here's one of my issues, because I wanted to post one of those, but in my head I'm like, do I really want to tell people what I don't like about myself? Not really. And like that's an issue in itself. You know, one thing about myself is I am very much a perfectionist. I like to imagine myself from other people's perspectives as the best I could be. You know what I mean? And that's not healthy, not very good, because I guess in my mind then I care about what other people think about me.
100%. That's where it all stems from, I guess.
I do, because I have such a high standard for myself that I don't want people to see me showing less than what is my standard for myself. You know what I mean? So like I always get up, I like to, if I'm going to be on camera or anything, I like to like put makeup on. I like to look my best. I like to have my hair done. I like to be in a cute outfit. I don't want to film things and post them to the internet if I don't like how my face looks or if I don't like my hair. I'm not going to do it. And it literally makes me upset. Like if I'm going out for the night and my hair is just not working, even though you would look at it and be like, no, your hair looks good. But to me, I'm like, no, it's not perfect.
You're your own worst critic.
Oh, I 100% am. And that is like, it's so tough because I'll just get worked up over the smallest things that are so only seen to my eye that no one else would notice. Yeah, it's tough, especially with social media, because I will post videos. Like I like to post on TikTok a lot, and I'll film things and I will rewatch my drafts a million times, and then I still like don't post it because there's like, I didn't really like the way I worded this one thing, or like my voice sounded funny in this, or like I looked my hair looked slightly bad in this, so it's like I won't post it. And it's like, girl, like you need to just do it, right? So that's like one of, I feel like my biggest flaws in myself is like that I'm a perfectionist, and I care about, I guess I care about how others think about me, even though at the same time my personality, I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like I don't care about how people think about me in the sense of like my personality and who I am as a person, because I'm confident in that, and like I love the person I am, but I feel like it's just like my outer look is what I'm a perfectionist about, which is like, I don't know, it's just so weird.
Is there something that happened maybe in your past it stems from something, do you think, or is this more of like a recent issue, like, you know what I mean?
No, I feel like I've kind of always been this way.
Okay.
Like I've definitely always been a perfectionist. Like I can even remember back at dance class, I would be in hip-hop, and hip-hop was one of my favorite classes, but I've always been insecure about having such like skinny and long arms that like I would always wear hoodies and sweaters and like sweat my ass off at dance because I just wouldn't wear a t-shirt, because I'm like, okay, but I don't look as cool when I have like long skinny arms. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I feel like it's just always stemmed back, and I feel like in dance too, dance is very like you're seeing your body all the time in dance, so I feel like, body dysmorphia like plays into that too. Like
100%.
they'd be like, as a ballerina, like you're skinny and you're thin and you're like have to have long legs and proportions and stuff. And yeah, I've just always, that's been something I've thought about like for a long time, like since I was young. And I feel like starting in dance like triggered that to even start thinking that way. It's just in my head. I'm like, why would I want to show someone myself not looking as good when I know I can look better? Like I would rather you just see how I look better instead. Which is like it's such a toxic mindset.
Yeah.
And that is something I 100% need to work on. And I'm trying to work on that with social media, especially because that is where I compare myself the most. I'll see people that I'm like, wow, she has no makeup on and she looks stunning. And I'm like, why don't I look like that? But it's like, you do. You just don't think about it yourself because you're being so hard on yourself. And it's tough.
The thing is, though, is that people actually blow up and get super big because they're so vulnerable. Yeah. And people love relating to people because it makes them feel better, you know, because we're constantly comparing ourselves to each other. So once somebody actually opens up and is vulnerable with, you know, their audience, that's when people really, really, you know, engage and they love it. If you think about even talking about Alex Earl again, I'm pretty sure she originally got super big from showing her acne. Yeah. Because she used to do videos on her acne all the time. Yeah. And those, I'm pretty sure, were some of the ones that blew up in the first place. Yeah. And so it just goes to show that potentially, like, not being vulnerable could be holding you back in certain areas, you know?
You're so right. Yeah.
Because that can create, like, a disassociation with your audience.
Yeah, it's like if you're not being real with yourself, how can you be real with other people, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't have to be extreme. Like, here's me fresh out of the shower.
Yeah. like a naked mole rat. Like, no. But
baby steps.
Baby steps, just a more vulnerable side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would definitely be one thing that would be something I would share if, like, say I were doing that trend. Is that, like, I'm a perfectionist and I care, I guess, what other people think of me because I know I would always just prefer to look my best and feel my best. So, yeah.
I mean, I can relate to that as well. I am a perfectionist in certain ways too. There's just phases that I go through sometimes, days that I do not want the camera to see me. I am like, there is no amount of money right now you can give me to turn on this camera and record a video because I just feel so ugly. I feel like it stems from internally though, you know, and this usually happens around my period. And there's a pattern with my cycle that I get a couple days of like the month that my hormones, girl, they're raging. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And for some reason, these hormones, they're like, you're ugly, you're this, you're disgusting.
They're the ugly hormones.
You should never be on camera again. Like, what is your life? Like, what are you doing? Yeah. And it makes me feel super insecure. And I swear, it's just a pattern that happens with my cycle. So it could be inevitable. I don't know. But on those types of days, like, there are days that do not see the light of the internet. Lots of those days that has happened in the past and that will happen in the future. You know, like, the worse your mindset is, like, the more you spiral. Yeah. That's, like, kind of what happens. Yeah. And sometimes when I'm watching my YouTube videos back, I will delete some clips because I don't like the way that I look. Yeah. And I just can't get myself to post them on the internet, which is so sad saying that out loud. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it all stems back to insecurities I need to work on and comparison will be the death of me and everybody.
Yes, straight up.
Every single time, like, I do cut something out or edit something out, I always feel guilty about it. Yeah, I feel so guilty about it
because you're like, I could have shown, you know,
a more vulnerable.
And it could have also made you stronger in that sense, posting something that you weren't 100% in love with.
Yeah, and
then you don't do it, so then you feel bad.
And the thing is somebody really going to look at that clip and say anything about it?
Absolutely not. Never.
No. It's all in our head.
It's all mental, yeah. Another thing to add to that is the way people see you is never going to be the way you see yourself. And that's also a crazy thing to imagine because it's like, I can never picture what I actually look like to someone else.
That's so insane.
Right? You only see yourself, you know, in a mirror. You will never see what you actually get to look like.
Do you ever, like, realize that you look different in everything? Look different in a mirror, look different in a camera, look different on an iPhone angle. Like, sometimes when I see, like, photos of myself, I'm like, whoa.
Like, who is that?
I'm like, that's not how I looked in the mirror this morning. Sorry, what kind of angle is that?
You're like, genuinely, who's that girl?
Can we cut that out, please?
Right?
So that I don't know what's that all about, but get yourself a Canon G7X because
Okay, that always makes you look good. So,
anyways,
you don't have any bad days on a Canon G7X.
Oh no, you only have good days, but I'm pretty sure that has a bit of a blurring filter. So
no, it has a magic filter.
That honestly,
the camera is literally magic. No, we're not even kidding. Like the G7X takes stunning pictures no matter what. No matter what.
No matter what you look like.
Moral of the story: if you're having a bad day, take a picture of yourself on a G7X. I mean, or maybe don't, because if it makes it worse, oh my god.
Oh god, they're gonna come at you.
That would just be the end of it. Like if you were having a bad day and then you took a picture on a Canon and
you didn't look good.
Oh my god, I would end it all.
No, that's like that would be the end of me.
I'm done.
I would never pick up a camera again.
No, never.
But yeah, it's such a weird concept that like you've never seen yourself through a pair of eyeballs. It's interesting. It's weird.
It is so weird. It's like you don't see the way like your eyes light up when you get excited about something.
Yeah.
When someone else sees it about you, or like when you smile and you're just so happy about something. Like, you know, you don't get to see those expressions, or like when you get sad and all of a sudden your face looks sad and someone looks at you and like genuinely is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like you can see your emotion written on your face, but it's like you can never see that, right?
Oh my god, that's crazy. It's almost like you can't see the beauty that other people see in you.
Exactly. Oh my god, you just put it right into words.
Oh, that's sad. Wow.
I know. Which is so crazy because we're so hard on ourselves, but then like you see this person, you're like, how can you even think that about yourself? Like that's an insane thing. It's just this horrible mental game we play with ourselves. It's
all
crazy and
self-inflicted.
And I really feel like it's social media plays the biggest part in that these days.
Oh, 100%. And this all even started, comparison, when magazines started. And there was like models on the covers. And it used to be way worse back then because I'm pretty sure a lot of more Photoshop was involved with, you know, they would only hire super skinny models and they'd make them even more skinny.
Yeah, they were like picking out only like the, you know, the stereotypical
perfect
beauty
woman,
standard at that point in time. So it was, like the beauty standards have always been awful. I feel like it's getting better in a way, but even just being younger and it's all those people in magazines, or it's like the Kardashians with like the huge butts and stuff and like god, tiny waists. You're like, what the hell?
You can never keep up. Like I swear to God, one day the beauty standard is going to tell you to have a flat ass and skinny thighs, and then the next day it's going to be like, grow your butt, grow your thighs, get a BBL, do this, and it's like your body's going to be morphing every single day if you're trying to follow along.
I can't do this. I can't do it, girl.
You'd be having a surgery scheduled every week.
Yeah, it's tough out here.
So one thing that I've kind of struggled about that I don't really talk a lot about, you know, on social media, I have never really had a big group of girlfriends. Like, you know how there's some people who just have the biggest group of friends and it seems like they're, you know, always doing fun things together and always so happy, and, you know, they make a bunch of videos together like, oh, this is my girl group, like, and there's just like so many friends and you're like, what? I've always struggled with that because I have honestly, like, being completely real here, I have never had more than like 2 best friends at one time, or 2 friends in general, not counting like my family and, you know, because I would call like my sisters and my siblings my best friends, honestly, and obviously Joel, so not counting them, but apart from them, like even in high school and coming out of high school, I have never had more than 2 friends at one time, and that's why I've never really celebrated, you know, my birthday for the past, ever since I can remember. I've never done anything big for my birthday because I felt honestly embarrassed that I only have like 2 friends to bring out with me, and the rest of those spaces are going to be filled with my siblings, which is a little embarrassing. Like, girl, where's your friends, you know? At least I think like that was my struggle. Not even kidding, for the past, I don't even know, since I turned 16, 17, I don't remember, but I've never done anything big for our birthday. This year was the only time in my life, I'm trying to think back, other than like my elementary school birthday parties, that I've ever done anything really big. And I didn't even do anything big, but it was considered big in my eyes because I've never done anything for my birthday. Like, I've always been insecure about the fact that I have never had kind of that group of girlfriends, and I look at other people's videos online and I'm always seeing, you know, girls with a bunch of friends and a big girl group, and I guess it just makes me feel alone sometimes. When I joke about having 2 friends, like, I actually mean it. So
it's not a joke.
It's not a joke. And like, along the way I've lost some friends, and people have come into my life for the better. Obviously, I believe in everything happens for a reason, but I have honestly been really coming to peace with everything more recently, because you can have a group of, I don't know, 5 girlfriends, 10 girlfriends, but half of them might be talking shit behind each other's backs, and it might be fake, and you would never know that, right? Unless you're part of the group. And so that has like kind of made me feel a lot better, is knowing that I have really quality people in my life. And just because there's not a lot of quantity, it's not a bad thing, because I heard this analogy and it was like, would you rather drive a bus that can fit 30 people or a Lamborghini that can fit 2?
Yep.
And I'm driving the Lamborghini, girl.
I'm whipping the Lambo. I love that.
So yeah, that's been honestly a struggle that I've had for, you know, a long time. And I've also felt like sometimes some of my friends were maybe embarrassed of me. I don't know why, but there's this one instance where I had a best friend and she was friends with somebody else, and I was like really excited because I'm like, oh, like I'm gonna get introduced to another friend and make more friends. And she kind of never introduced me to her and would go out without me and not invite me. And again, that kind of played into me feeling lonely. Like, why doesn't she want me to, you know, meet new friends with her and be a part of a group? That played into my insecurities, where I was like, I didn't feel wanted. It just made me feel bad about myself and alone. So
yeah, that makes me like literally emo. I'm such an empath. No, I actually am such an empath though. Like anytime anyone's like talks about anything or like being sad about something, instantly I'm like, I'm sad for you right now.
I could cry right now. Like even just talking about it makes me sad.
Oh my god, if anybody starts crying around me, I'm crying.
Oh,
watching TV, they're crying. I'm crying.
Oh, Rivers.
Which is funny because I don't cry about my own issues in life when I'm upset. I don't cry. But if someone else is feeling upset and they cry, I will cry because I feel for you.
I'm the same way.
Oh my god, such an empath.
Even me watching a TV show, I'm crying about their problems.
No, literally. On Housewives, they're like, oh, like my sister's in the hospital. And I'm like, oh my god, this is awful.
No,
like,
literally, I've cried watching Vanderpump Rules, girl.
Oh my gosh. Like, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
She's done it. She's cried.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really appreciate you sharing that. And I feel honored to be one of your few friends, for real.
You're in the Lambo.
I'm shotgun. But no, yeah, I so understand that, and I've experienced both of those kind of friendships, and I definitely prefer having a smaller group of friends, and I can totally understand like the insecurity and feeling like embarrassed for not having that many friends, because I can imagine, you know, you'd think like, what is wrong with me that I don't have that many friends? But I take it as, you know, the quote, a friend to all is a friend to none. You ever heard that?
I don't know. I don't
People
think so.
who are friendly to and have a million friends really don't have loyalty to just that many friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever met, I can think in my head, I know a girl who seems to be everybody's friend, but like,
I know.
Have you heard her talk bad behind other people's backs? 100%.
So true.
A friend to all is a friend to none, and that is it.
Wow,
like,
that is so true.
Yeah, it is. It really is, because it's like, how can you have loyalty to so many people? You can't.
You can't.
You can only have loyalty to so many, right?
Yeah, so true.
So that's why I will always say quality over quantity all day. And yeah, it makes me happy to know that we've become such good friends, and that it makes me happy to introduce you to my friends. And even my friends are like, Michaela is so cool and she's so cute and I want to hang out with her.
Aww.
And like, that makes me happy. That's why I like to have such good friends, and I'm not embarrassed of any of my friends, and I'm not, you know, embarrassed to introduce them, because in a way, like, if I'm friends with all these people, we have to have something in common. So if you're my friend, you would still have to have something in common with my other friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Because
like we all have you in common too. Yeah.
I'm friends with people who I think not are beneficial, but like,
kind of,
we either relate, or like they just bring some sort of something to my life or to the table that I resonate with or we connect on. And so I feel like people who are my friends can relate to that, and I don't know, it just makes sense in my head. So, but no, I totally understand that, and I have been there with both routes of having lots of friends and not, and having lots is not good. It did not last very long. It gets toxic. And I'm glad that I no longer have that many friends. And sometimes I feel you see things and people are like, oh my god, me and my 17 girlies are going on a trip, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't have that many friends to do
like
that
sorry
with.
Sorry, where do you find these people?
No, literally where? But if I actually thought about it, I could have that many friends. But at the same time, I'm choosing not to because I'd rather be super close with people who I just connect with the most. Do you think out of your 17 friends, you actually connect with super deeply every single one of them?
No,
Probably not. The odds are probably not. If you do, good for you. That's really cool.
Wow.
And that's rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, I understand that being a struggle, and I can imagine a lot of people struggle with that, especially from the internet. It makes people seem like they have so many friends and they're so cool and whatever, and it's like that's not always the case. You don't always want that many friends.
Yeah, no, I mean, thinking about it, maybe I've talked about it like once on my channel, but it's not something I bring up often, so nobody would just assume, oh, this girl has barely any friends or feels this way, you know?
Yeah.
So it's funny because no one's going to just assume you struggle with certain things, you know, behind the scenes. Yeah. And there's a lot that goes on in everybody's lives that you never really know, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Social media can hide so much, and that's why it's, going back to comparison, it's important not to, or try not to as much as possible to, you know, compare your lives or physical appearance or whatever it is to other people, because you never know the truth.
You never know, and people assume, and assuming just makes an ass out of you and me. That is why it's felt that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's comparison. It's a crazy thing.
I mean, anybody can make their life look perfect with a 30-second video edited.
Like, just remember that you don't know what people are dealing with, and you don't know how people feel anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, another thing too is I would never say I'm not an insecure person. Like, I don't sit in insecurity 24/7, but I can definitely be insecure 100%. I think you're not human if you're not ever insecure about anything, right? Like, it's just kind of gone to a point where it's
natural.
really easy to get insecure and have a lot of things make you insecure, which is unfortunate, but you just got to remember at the end of the day, no one else is you, and that is your power.
I was just going to say, that's your superpower, baby.
I love that. Nobody else is you, and that makes you, that's literally your superpower. Nobody else is like you, and that is the coolest thing ever.
No, it's so true. And your unique, you know, features, personality quirks is what makes you you and what makes you original. Because guess what? If the whole world looked the same, did the same things, you know, it would be a boring freaking world.
No one would want that.
Yeah. So this is why there's life, you know, and personality in our world and different things, is because we're all so different, and that's what makes this world beautiful.
Yeah.
All of our differences and you know, how we come together.
And like you said, all of our differences, things that make you different from each other, people will also like desire that and admire that about you. Like I could see someone that maybe that day, let's say they have really like ginger curly hair, like crazy, and they're like, oh my god, I hate my hair, it's so hard to deal with, and I see them at the store and I'm like, your hair is stunning and I love it. And sometimes it just takes even a compliment. I will always say, if you think something nice about someone, say it to them.
I need to do that more often.
Say it to them. Sometimes it's hard and it gets you like out of your comfort zone, because sometimes it's hard to like talk to strangers, but I'm like, if I see someone, I'm like, your tattoo is so pretty, it is so cool, I like it, like tell them, because you don't know like how much it'll just affect them in that day. And I love doing that. But it's almost like a selfish thing in a way, because like making someone happy makes me feel good, right?
There's always a double-edged sword when it comes to that type of stuff. It's like donating. It makes you feel good, but it also, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's so true. My mom, when she was struggling through her skin condition a couple years back, this makes me like want to cry. Like I'm getting emotional already, because she was at the grocery store and she was like in the middle of a flare, I'm pretty sure, and she wasn't feeling her best. This lady came up to her and was like, something about, I don't remember her exact words, but something about her being beautiful. And I'm actually crying. It made my mom come home and she started to cry.
Aww. Oh, me right now. Not both of us.
It like brings back, you know, I just remember that moment and like how good it felt for my mom to feel, you know, that compliment from a stranger when she was going through such a hard time.
Yeah. And someone
like,
who just knows nothing about her situation at all.
And like that compliment like made her so happy, and it just goes to show like how far a compliment can go. And so to that point, it's so important to, if you see somebody out that you want to compliment them, because you never know how far that can go.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard for people also to take compliments. And sometimes, you know, maybe you say to someone, you know, thank you for helping me. Like, I really, really appreciated all you did for me today. Like, if they were just helping you at the store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe people aren't as receptive to things. Like, maybe I feel like people can also get insecure by people's responses, but you might not understand, like, so if someone just replied, oh, thanks, and that was kind of it, and you're like, oh, I gave them a really good compliment, and they just said, like, oh, thanks. That doesn't mean that didn't affect them so deeply, and that they might think about it all day and be like, wow, my response was kind of lame, but it really meant a lot. You know what I mean? Like, just anything like that. And I love when people help me in any sort of aspect. I love just telling them how much I appreciate it, because I do. Like, you're taking your time to help me with something, and that's something that I always really appreciate. And just compliments like that, or even someone just be like, thank you for, even like at the store, like I had this guy be like, can you tell me like where the parsley is? I don't know where it is. And I was like, oh, I think, and I literally stopped what I was doing just to like help this guy find it. And he's like, thank you so much, like that was so kind. And I'm like, that was, but I didn't do that, like it's just because it felt right, like I just wanted to, right? But it, like, this guy was so grateful, you know what I mean? It just it feels so nice to do things like that and to give back to other people and have them be able to feel that feeling as well.
That's what makes the world go round.
And it's all about those just human selflessness acts that I feel like make the world go round. Like, even when I have a small conversation with someone in my elevator, I'm like, that feels so nice. Like, we just told each other to have a good day and I don't even know you. Like,
no, literally.
So it's like, you gotta stop comparing, and it's the online stuff. What matters is like in person, your day to day, just being a kind human and knowing that everybody's going through things and you don't know, and everybody deserves some kindness.
And spread the love, like as much as you can. Yeah. It's so important.
So important. Oh my God. Well, we got really deep.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna
10
say
minutes there suddenly.
Yeah, this was.
I'm like sweating.
I know. I'm like, I'm wearing a gray shirt on my armpits. Like, I was putting my arm up. I'm like, wait, I'm actually sweating.
She's like, don't look, just in case.
Guys, social media's fake. I'd like whip my arm up. It's like sweat stain.
I sweat. It's real.
Yeah, I sweat, guys. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this was a good episode.
Yeah, I just love when conversations make you feel things.
I know. More of these conversations need to happen.
I love joking around and being silly, but having conversation like this always feels good.
It's a good mix of both, you know?
Yeah. And that's very much our personalities.
It is.
It's like super serious or like super just stupid and silly.
Yeah, there's really no in between.
Yeah, that's it. It's a great balance.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode or watching. Or we see you.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, first time recording video, which is really fun. So we'd love if you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay updated. We'll post every Monday video and audio as well on all the platforms. And yeah,
let us know if you guys want to, see some different angles on the YouTube, like what your
if you have any other suggestions.
Yeah, and in general, suggestions for episodes and all of that fun stuff. Follow us on all our socials, because now that we're doing video, we're going to be putting out a lot more short form and stuff, content. So don't forget to follow us everywhere and leave your episode recommendations. Yep.
We said this last episode, but we already appreciate all the feedback we've gotten so far. We've already had a few recommendations and DMs and just reviews on Spotify on our podcast as well, and we're super grateful for that. So
it truly means the world. Like, that's so another thing, like your guys' messages goes a long way.
It does. It's so exciting. Just your guys' comments so far have really motivated us to just be more inspired and just keep going and do more things. So yeah, thank you guys so much for that.
We'll be back next Monday with the video and the audio.
Yes.
And thank you so much for listening, potentially crying with us.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And enjoying the episode. But we can't wait to dive deep into other topics for future episodes.
Very exciting.
And talk about just more things, This is what we want our podcast to be about.
I'm ready.
All right, guys. We will see you next week.
Yes, we will see you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.